Hello and welcome to Approyo, your best-in-class industry template solutions. This demonstration will be our oil and gas template. We also have retail, manufacturing, health and healthcare, insurance, industry financials, and so on. All your best-in-class industry template solutions here at Approyo. Hello, and let's jump right into this. Thank you for joining us. We are Approyo. Approyo provides templated solutions for organizations in a multitude of industry standard areas. Could be oil and gas, you could be in retail, you could be in manufacturing, you could be in healthcare, you could be in higher education. We have templates in place that will allow you to gather information very rapidly from not only SAP environments, but non-SAP environments. Maybe you have old legacy systems, such as in the financial institution. There could be 16, 17 merger and acquisition targets that now you have these systems. This particular one is going to go into some details on an oil and gas scenario. Spillage and safety are two big issues within the oil and gas region. This is going to go into that. So let's jump into our catalog. Let's jump into a couple of components, and you'll see we already have some tables. These tables have been pre-populated by our organization as part of our templating scenario. As part of that templating scenario, you'll notice here I now have a couple of tabs open inside of our development. You'll notice the columns that are in place. So let's take a look at the columns. Let's see some of my runtime information. There's my runtime information as part of it. So we get into the nitty-gritty. We've got these templates ready to go. Let's see what it actually looks like now, shall we? Okay, we all know what the power of Hana can do, so let's get into the meat and the crux of our oil and gas template. We've broken it out, the data here, in our oil and gas safety and spill analysis. Two things that are very critical for oil and gas situations, as well as other organizations. So as part of this, what we've done is we first tabbed on safety. Now we can see the different regions of the world that we want to understand as part of our safety guidelines for our organization. So I'm an oil company, and I want to see in the UK, here are certain areas within the English coast, and now I can understand where they are, what they're doing, how their scenarios are working out compared to 2010, 2011, and 2012. I can also see it as part of, by the region, the work safety performance that goes along with this particular safety data. So I'm coordinating by each one of the regions and the cities or the shoreline rigs that we have, along with that safety performance. So I can go into either our Asia Pacific teams, our Australia, and remember, all this is being pulled instantaneously from Hana, so we can view very rapidly, very quickly, and get a sense of where we're at for each one. Now, if we go forward into the spill scenarios, you'll see that there are some issues that have come up in 2010. Unfortunately, we all know what happened there. But this gives us some really strong breakdown. Let's take a look at that. That's Latin America. Here it is, 180, almost 200 barrels of spill barrels. Incredible. And so it gives us the ability to say, okay, this is in our southern cone apps. This is in our Argentina facility. We know what happened there. Here we go. This is in regards to 2012, 2011. Unfortunately, they got a little better, then they got a little worse. So we're trying to figure out what's going on with the spills over 1 barrel in the particular region. Let's see what's going on in North America. And you can see in North America, we've got a number of different entities. I want to look at Joliet, Illinois, since that's so close to me here. And they've got a 0. Fantastic. Where did this one come from? This is lower 48 onshores. That's over 100 barrels. So it gives us some data that we can start to manipulate and we can start to go into now, and we can start to review a little bit greater detail. So let me show you how we can utilize this information out of Hana, a little bit more doctored up as part of our template. And what we'd like to do is show you this particular graphic. As you can see, we've doctored it up just a touch. You can see that we have a head banner. We've got some different scenarios, graphics, table types. So what I'm doing is I'm just pushing it over to the table. So if someone within the organization prefers a table view of the data coming out of Hana, we can do it in a table scenario, or we can do it in a graphical scenario. And inside of those, we can also manipulate what they want to see, and how they want to see it. We can do that in a couple of different areas. This is very easy to do inside of Hana and gives you some nice pieces. You can also see what are some of the FX transactions, and it pulls up your SAP environment. You can do this for your SAP or non-SAP. Here's the specific create transaction, and you can see the structure of what was brought into Hana and how it is utilized for the oil and gas industry. This one is specific to our utilities industry because there are so many utilities within oil and gas, co-ops, small municipalities. This gives you some great sense. We also have a streamer. It gives us some data down here, some data points that we can utilize. You'll notice that it is highlighting them. Notice it just changed the guidance simulation. Now I just went into US Canadian, US Euro, US Mirror, Great Britain, and we can change those on the fly. That's one of the great pieces of Hana, is it gives us the flexibility to do that for you. Let's go on to another informational. One last oil and gas sample I would like to show you is the leasing equipment cost here. In a particular organization in the oil and gas industry, if you look at the cost that it takes for 2,000 foot wells, and then 4,000, 8,000, and then a 12,000 foot well, and the cost breakdown based upon year as well as regions. So you can see the different regions that are associated with them and what those costs for each particular well can be. Very quickly, very rapidly, that data is funneled into Hana, and Hana then provides it to you. In this case, we've provided it to you in a crystal report that is inside of the BODS 4.0 as you can move forward with. Thank you for viewing the demonstration from Approyo. We were best-in-class industry template solutions for Hana. We welcome you to join us. Contact us at info@approyo.com and enjoy your travels with Hana.